Hi friends, in this video I am going to explain about what is threading and how it works in C Sharp. We have already learnt about threading in previous semesters. Now in C Sharp how it works and how it's be executed. Let's see. And this is the agenda. In this video what are the topics to be discussed is displayed here. That is what is threading, synchronize and asynchronize, using of threads, and what are the methods? There is three methods of threads: thread join, thread sleep, and thread abort. These are the topic to be discussed in this session. Let's move on to next slide. Okay, threading. We have already learnt about threading. So the same definition is displayed here. It means threading means parallel work or parallel code of set of execution means thread. The work which is simultaneously executed on multiple tasks means threading. In this slide, I have given an example as PPT and Excel simultaneously run in our desktop. This is just one example. We can take several examples. We can in our mobile we can background we can play music on same time we can use WhatsApp or Instagram. It's also a multiple works execution at the same time. These are the examples of threading. Threading means what? Parallel work or code execution. It performs any multiple task simultaneously. This is very important. Okay, next. This is synchronous way. Synchronize means what? Let's see the picture itself. It clearly displayed what its process. Work 1 is on process until work 1 it complete its works. Work 2 is wait. So that work 1 finished their work. Work 2 resumes. So synchronize means multiple jobs are executed one after the another. This is very important. Synchronize means here work 2 has wait till work 1 to be complete. So this is synchronized. One work executed only one after another is synchronized. On the other side, asynchronous means multiple jobs can be executed simultaneously. In the previous slide, we have seen in threading, means parallel work. So threading involves the concept of asynchronize. Multiple jobs can be executed simultaneously. So threading follows synchronous concept, not threading follows asynchronous way, not a synchronous way. Here also I am displayed the example, the same example as PPT and Excel has run simultaneously. Okay, now we have seen what is threading and what are the ways synchronize and asynchronous and what threads to be followed. Now let's move on to the concept in detail. Okay, this is the usage of or implementation of threads in C Sharp. First, we need to implement the header or we need to implement the threading by using system and using system.threading. Unlike we are not importing this using system.threading, we are not able to use the threading concept in our C# program. So these two steps is very important to perform a threading concept. Using system.threading. This is the first and foremost step in this code. Next, we will create thread objects in our main method. First, in this slide, we have importing the threading namespace. After importing this, we have used to creating a thread objects to implement the main method. What are the functions are to be executed by this? By creating thread object, we can implement it. So let's take class program. Program's a class name and the static void main function. Inside that thread namespace, thread1 is an object name for which is to be created work1. For work1 is to be created an object name called thread1. Object thread1. This is an object name. Similarly, we have created another object called object thread2, that is thread2 for the next class work2. These are the two thread objects created for these two main methods. So this is the slide to be clear for creating an thread objects in our main method. That's clear? Okay, next. Okay, step 3. After creating a thread object, we need to invoke, that is, we need to call the thread object to run the program, to run the thread, or to run multiple processes. Any way we can call. So likewise, we can thread object name is equal to new thread of work1. Now the thread object is created. In the previous slide itself, it's be clearly displayed. After the third line, o thread1 object thread1 is a object name dot start off. This is a function thread dot start. We need to starting up the thread. Start off means then the work one. O thread 1 means work 1's object name. So work 1 is now started. At the same time, object thread 2 dot start off. It is also to be started. So threading means what? Multiple works can be executed simultaneously. So here it displayed clearly about both work 1 and work 2 functions are started simultaneously. Okay, now the previous slide we have creating a thread objects, and this slide we have invoked thread object. Now let's see what is the output. Okay, we have invoked thread object successfully. Let's run the program to see the output. Just to imagine, there are some set of codes that is to be implemented in work1 function and work2 function inside that. Okay, this is the output of the above two methods. So method work2 is simultaneously executing along with the method work1. See, first we have called work1. So o thread1 dot start off. So o thread1 is the object name for work1. So work1 is called first time, then simultaneously work2 is called. So until it becomes the condition fails, it will called simultaneously both the functions. So this is the output for the above program. So it clears that it means that both of these methods are working asynchronously. As I said earlier, thread follows asynchronous method. Okay. In this, there are three thread methods. We have seen thread.sleep, thread.join, thread.abort. This is thread.sleep. This method is used to suspend the current thread for specific interval of time. Now let's see an example for a real-time example. Now there is a lot of we have just resumed in our mobile background. We are playing some music for just 10 seconds. We have to stop that process. We just pass the music and we have worked some other works. So this is called thread.sleep. To suspend the current thread for a specific interval of time. Time can be specified in milliseconds at time. In your program, you can specify the thread.sleep of 1000 milliseconds, or in time span. When you specify means that time alone the thread can't be executed. This is thread.sleep. In sleep mode, the method does not consume any CPU resource. It saves memory. See, this is what the thread.sleep is most useful. For that, it saves memory for other threads to process. So waiting threads have been executed until the current thread is in sleep method. So background, there is another thread methods are going to be executed. So in that time, at that thread methods are executed. This is thread.sleep. Next, thread.join. It means it makes a thread to finish its work and other thread to halt until it finishes work. Join method means attached to any thread. We can attach more thread. We can join the threads, more number of threads to one another. That makes the thread to execute first and halts the other threads. There's the same method called sleep. In sleep, thread.sleep method, we just put the thread in sleep, idle, and makes other threads to be executed. In that, we are combined one or more threads to execute simultaneously and free the memory for the other threads. This is thread.join. This enables both the threads synchronize. It also works in synchronized method, which is very important. And the last method is abort. From the name implies, it clearly said for aborting the thread which is to be invoked. So let's see an example about when we are using Instagram, it consumes a lot of data. So we just close that Instagram and we just abort that because of the consumer a lot of data. So we're using some other apps here that the concept is involved. Used for aborting the thread in which it is invoked. It raises an exception named called thread.abort exception. This is very important before the process of termination begins. And it has overloaded a method within two forms. What means abort? Abort, we have just specified abort means on the current thread. It specifies the current thread to be aborted, this overloading method. In case abort of object means on the thread which is passed as an argument. Abort thread object means on the current thread which is to be passed, that will be aborted for this overloading method. Calling this method usually terminates the method. That means the second abort of object, we can calling the method, invoking the method, and it terminate or it aborts the invoked method. So this is called abort. So we have seen about all the threads concept, thread methods, and threading implementations. I just imported the program for thread join, abort, and sleep in the given description. You can see this. Okay. Thank you.